welcome to the Acumen EPM Microsoft Project 2010 tutorial series reports video. In the last two videos, we looked at how to share a project's resources from a resource pool and how to reflect your portfolios and program structure by linking projects together using sub-projects. Unless you're the only one working on your project, sooner or later you'll need to share current project information with team members and other stakeholders. In this video, we'll be looking at how to present this information to your project team members and stakeholders by creating and saving Microsoft Project reports. With Microsoft Project 2010, you can create reports that highlight whatever data is relevant to your audience. So, let's have a look at some of the reports you can generate in Project. As you can see here, for demonstration purposes, I've pre-created a sample portfolio using the techniques we showed in the last two videos. I've also created a baseline and then simulated slippage by changing some tasks and resource allocations, so that we can also generate progress reports. Baselines are easy to set. You can find the button for them here on the Project tab of the ribbon. So first I'll show you where you can find Report Dialogs box in Project 2010. On the ribbon you click on the Projects tab and then on this button here that says Reports. As you can see, the reports that you can generate are organised into 6 categories. I'll first give you an idea of what you can see in each subset, and then I'll give you a more detailed look at a few of the most useful reports. So let's click on the first report category, Overview. The Overview tab contains a number of reports which are useful in getting the broad picture of your projects and includes the project summary, which contains most of the significant features of your project, such as the start and end dates, total work hours and cost summaries. Next is the top level tasks report. This includes tasks which are of higher hierarchical significance. For example, in a portfolio, your programs might be considered top tier tasks, or this might alternatively refer to summary tasks in a smaller project. Other overview reports include the critical task, milestones, and working days reports. The next category is current. This report category contains reports on tasks that are either currently or imminently relevant, such as lists of unstarted tasks, tasks starting soon, tasks in progress, completed tasks, tasks which should have started, and slipping tasks. The next report category is one of the most useful to project managers, as it contains reports relating to costs and budgets. Here we find the cash flow, budget, over budget tasks, over budget resources, and earned value reports. Let's take a moment to look at one of these reports. For instance, the over budget tasks report. It's important to note that this report requires a baseline having been set at the beginning of the project, as it reports on variance from the original baseline. So let's generate our first report. As you can see, when you create a report, it's generated as if you were about to print it, which is great if you do actually want to print a hard copy. But more often than not, you may want an electronic copy to send or store. In this case, if you haven't any third-party PDF software such as Qt PDF or Adobe Writer, simply change the printer to Microsoft XPS Document Writer. Within the over budget tasks report, we find information on any task that had slipped from their budget forecast when the baseline was set. As you can see, the most important fields contain the information on what the total cost of the task will be, what the baseline originally predicted, the variance between the two, the actual cost to date, and the amount that remains to be spent in order to complete the task. Right, let's move on to looking at some other reports. The next report category is assignments and contains some very useful reports, such as who does what when, the to-do list, and the over-allocated resources. If we have a look at the who does what when report, you can see that we get a table showing what tasks all our resources will be undertaking on all the different days that the project is underway. Another useful report in the assignments category is the to-do list, which can provide a list of tasks for one specific resource. Very helpful in organising the workload of individual resources or circulating to the team at the start of a week. In the next report category we have workload reports. There are only 2 reports of this type, and they're both simply tables representing the information found in the task and resource allocation views of your project. Finally, we have the custom reports category. This allows you to create and customize reports on many areas of Microsoft Project which are not covered in the main report categories. So, in summary, today we've looked at the different reports available within Microsoft Project 2010. So, thinking back to the previous 2 videos, after sharing a project's resources from a resource pool, and having linked it to other projects to reflect your portfolios and program structure, we can now produce reports that provide a consolidated view of a project within its program, as well as showing reports at different levels within the portfolio and program hierarchy. In the next video, we'll be examining the difference between Microsoft Project Standard and Enterprise Project Management, and discussing whether upgrading is necessary, or if you can get by with Microsoft Project Standard. As you will see, it depends on your requirements. We hope you found this tutorial helpful. See you next time.